45-minute practice, we'll start just with our grounding. So allow yourself to just find a comfortable seated position. If that means legs extended, you can extend those legs. If it means keeping the legs crossed, you can keep them crossed. Allow the crown of your head to lift up towards the ceiling. Allow your shoulders to relax into your back pockets. Your hands can find your lap, either palms up or palms down, whatever feels best for your body. Maybe find a soft gaze down the bridge of your nose, or close your eyes completely. We'll start by simply noticing our breath. Find an inhale through your nose. Feel your chest cavity expand. And then feel your abdominal cavity expand as well. On your exhale, I want you to imagine that you're squeezing your belly, your side bodies, your back bodies, all in and up. Your exhales can escape through your mouth if that feels comfortable for you. Your inhales will come in through your nose. Allow yourself to become present. Whatever happened prior to this practice, leave it. Whatever you need to do after this practice will be there when we finish. Take a quick inventory of physically how you're feeling as you show up for this practice. No judgment. Just check in with your body, your physical being. And then do the same with your mental being. Check in mentally how you're showing up for your practice. Again, no judgment, be honest with yourself. We're going to maintain this breath pattern throughout our practice. If you want to switch to Ujjayi breath, that breath that builds heat in your practice, start to find an inhale through your nose. And then as you start to engage with that exhale, seal your lips. Allow the breath to simply swirl around in the back of your throat. You feel a little bit of restriction in that area as well. Some breath will escape through your nostrils, but some breath will stay kind of in the throat or in the mouth, and that will help to build heat. It is officially the first day of September. So maybe you start to think about this intention of change. Maybe changing something about your practice today, maybe changing something about the way you approach the practice. If using that change model as an intention for your practice isn't speaking to you, think of another intention. What brought you to your mat this morning? We'll seal our intentions with a round of breath. You'll inhale, sweep your arms above your head, reach your fingertips skyward, then rotate those pinkies in towards your midline. Exhale, let those hands reach to heart center in prayer. Thumbs connect to your sternum, sternum to your thumbs. We'll start to find some small movements in our bodies. We can keep our eyes closed if it's comfortable. Allow your hands to come to the tops of your legs. We'll find a seated cat-cow. Lift your heart, lift your chest, reach your collarbones up towards the ceiling, spread them wide. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Start to round into your spine, draw your shoulder blades away from one another, tuck your chin to your chest. Your breath, your movement. Inhales, lift your chest and your tailbone skyward. Exhales, tuck, draw in. Two more rounds of breath here. One more time. Inhale, slowly pull back to center, stacking your head on your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. We'll slowly start to blink our eyes just to become acquainted with the lighting in our space. And then we'll transition to a tabletop position, quadruped. So push your bolster just back behind you. Come to your hands and knees. Allow your fingers to spread wide. Allow your hands to come directly underneath your shoulders. Knees come directly underneath your hips. We'll find that same pattern we just found in that seated position. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Reach your gaze skyward. Then exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Pull your spine towards the ceiling, shoulder blades away from one another. Finish by tucking chin to chest. Now, we have these rituals sometimes when we find cat-cow. So if it feels good to hang out in one of these postures a little bit longer, by all means do that. If it feels good to sway side to side, in cat or in cow, if it feels good to circle out, find whatever your body is calling for. One more time here. Coming back to center, find a neutral tabletop position. So allow your gaze to come in between your hands. Allow the crown of your head to reach to the top of your mat, and spread your sits bones to push to the back of your mat. We'll find a spinal balance. You're going to reach your right arm out in front of you as if you're going to shake someone's hand. You'll stamp your left foot behind you as if you're going to drive that foot through the wall behind you. Good. Dial your left hip and your left toes down to the mat. So you're in a closed hip position, not an open hip position. Beautiful. Nice, everybody. You'll find an inhale, lift a little bit higher. Use your glute and your hamstring on that left side to lift. You'll exhale, touch your elbow to your knee, round. Inhale, find length. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, round and curl. One more time, find length. Exhale, curl. You'll extend back through that leg and that arm. Place your right hand back down to the mat. Left foot is going to come to the outside edge of your space. Beautiful. You're going to drive the pinky toe side of that foot down. Gorgeous. So you're feeling a stretch probably in the outside of that ankle. You'll inhale, gate pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Engage your back line. Push your glutes forward to lift your heart, lift your chest. Beautiful. You'll take your left hand, start to reach it down that left leg. Find that side body stretch on your right side. Now just stay away from pushing your hand into your knee. So not pushing the hand into the knee. You can take the hand behind your back if that feels good. Excellent. One more inhale here. Good, stay for your exhale. Inhale, back up through center, gaze pose. Exhale, cartwheel your right arm down to the ground. Good, right hand, right fingertips can reach. Reach your left arm up over your head. Now find that side body stretch. Drive through the knife edge, pinky toe side of that left foot. Gorgeous. Now peel your chest up towards the ceiling. Yes. Excellent. One more inhale. Good. One more exhale. Slowly bring those hands back in front of you. Allow your hips to reach back towards your right heel. Modify child's pose. So left leg is extended. Good. You're feeling this on the inside of that left leg. High sensation here. You'll have to use your breath, right? Yep. Good. One more round. Inhale, slowly come back through center. Stack everything back on top of one another. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Find one round of cat-cow just to re-neutralize that spine. And as you slowly come back to center, reset your gaze in between your hands. Allow those fingertips to spread nice and wide. Imagine that your weight is in your fingertips and in the perimeter of your palm, so you're staying out of your wrist. You'll reach your left hand out as if you're going to shake someone's hand. Right leg will stand behind you. Right toes and right hips will spin down towards the ground to create a closed hip. Gorgeous. Lift that right leg just a little bit higher by engaging that right glute and that right hamstring. And then exhale, elbow to knee, rounded curl. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, curl. One more time, lengthen and curl. Inhale, extend both arm and leg. Take your left hand down towards the ground. Step your right foot to the outside of your mat. Again, right knife edge of your foot is going to push into the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up. Engage your back line. Squeeze your glutes. Engage your back. Reach your arms up overhead. Beautiful. Exhale your right hand somewhere along that right leg, maybe even behind you, and then reach those fingertips over towards the right side of your space. Beautiful. Big side body stretch here. Breathe into those intercostal muscles, the muscles that are in between each one of your ribs. Inhale, slowly come back through center. Exhale your left hand all the way down to the ground. Keep your right foot grounded. Reach your right arm up over your head. Side body stretch through that right side. Beautiful. Find that breath. Breathe through that right side body. Slowly allow your hands to come back in front and send your hips back to your left heel. Allow maybe your forearms to connect to the ground, maybe even your forehead connects to the ground. Pause here, high sensation, find a few rounds of breath. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back to that tabletop position again. You've been here before. You know how to set this up. Neutral spine. Inhale, right arm sweeps up towards the ceiling. Exhale, dive your right arm underneath your left and allow your right shoulder to connect down to the ground. Allow your right temple to connect to the ground as well. Maybe your left hand reaches towards the top of your space as you start to push your left shoulder and stack it on top of your right. Or maybe you grab for a bind, connecting the left hand to the right hip crease.
Think about stacking your shoulders on top of one another. Hips are going to stay square to the ground. Good, so you're finding rotation through that mid-back, thoracic spine. One more inhale. Soften on your exhale. Take your left hand directly underneath that left shoulder. Push into the hand. Reach the right arm up. Then exhale, take your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale your left arm to the sky. Exhale, left hand dives underneath the right armpit. Drop your left shoulder to the ground. Drop your left temple to the ground. Maybe you allow those right fingertips to reach the top of your mat. Maybe you bind, right? So maybe you take that right hand and find that left hip crease, and then peel the right shoulder back behind you as if it's going to stack on top of your left. Find an inhale. Can you soften on that exhale? Inhale, slowly come back through center. Right hand placed underneath your right shoulder. Inhale your left arm up, and then exhale, plant it down. Beautiful. Your hands are going to come one handprint in front of you. Perfect. You'll step your feet straight back so you're high on the balls of your feet. You're in this plank position. Gorgeous. So fingertips are spread wide. Can you pull your body weight forward as if you're going to reach your shoulders past your fingertips? Yes. Beautiful. Round your back like a Halloween cat. So a little bit of a rounding of the back. Yes. Gorgeous. Everybody's in the perfect plank position. From this position, your hands and feet are not going to move. You're simply going to start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Up, 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 up. Hips come up, heels come down, heart comes down. Beautiful. Keep pushing into your fingertips. Maybe bicycle your heels down one at a time. This is another posture. When we initially come into this posture in our practice, we've got some different things that we typically like to do. So maybe you want to bicycle the heels down, maybe you want to lift a leg and rotate your hip. And then eventually come to stillness, driving the heels both down towards the ground. And then the heart reaches towards the ground. Spiral your inner leg line back behind you. Spread your sits bones, the bones that will connect to the chair. Spread them back behind you so you're opening your pelvis. Beautiful. Slowly start to walk your feet towards your hands, top of your mat. Take your time getting here. Keep your hips hiked up and then allow your feet to just step behind your hands. Bend into your knees. Allow the crown of your head to reach down towards the ground. Forward fold here. Maybe interlace your hands at the crooks of your elbows. And maybe rock side to side if that feels good. If you like to find a bind behind the back, you can do that here. As big of a bend in your knees or as little as you wish. Up to you. Dissolve the bind. We'll find a halfway lift. Press your hands into your lower legs. Reach the crown of your head to the top of your mat. Engage your belly. Pull your belly button to your spine. And then your side bodies are going to pull in. The back of your bottom, so your sits bones, are going to press behind you. You're one long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Exhale, forward fold again, let it go. Inhale, this time we're going to rise all the way up to a tall standing mountain posture. Reaching arms up overhead, taking your time here. Good, exhale, a little bit of a back bend. So start to squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward. Open your heart. Send your heart up towards the ceiling. Pull your elbows back to kiss behind you. Excellent. Inhale, reach those arms back up through center. Exhale your hands through heart center. Allow your thumbs to connect to your sternum, sternum to your thumbs. Find one round of breath here.
Excellent. We're gonna run through our Sun A, breath to movement 2 times. So it'll be similar to those postures, right? Just a simple Sun A. We'll start by inhaling our arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, let it go. Maybe your hands connect to the earth, bend into your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out your spine. Good, exhale, plant your hands, and then step your feet back. Remember that plank position that we started practice in? Good. And then go ahead and slowly lower yourself all the way down to the ground, all the way down. Untuck your toes, push the tops of your feet and your hips into the mat. Peel your chest up, baby cobra. Good, maybe your hands lift. Gorgeous. Exhale, drop your chest, drop your hands. Tuck your toes under. You can go to your knees or you can find your push-up. Push yourself up, and then again, downward facing dog. So your transition, get there as however feels best for your body. Find 1 round of breath here. This time we're gonna come to the back of our mat. So walk your hands towards your toes. Take your time. Hands to your toes, forward fold, back of your mat this time. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out your spine, reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, fall forward again. This time we rise all the way to that standing posture. Take your time getting there, reaching arms up overhead, and then finding that back bend, engaging your back line, squeezing your glutes, opening your heart, opening your chest. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands come to heart center, lower. 1 round of breath here. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, dive, forward fold, connect your bellies to your upper legs. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out that spine. Exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Top of your mat. Good, then slowly, keeping your elbows at your side body, lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes, tops of your feet and your hips are glued to the earth. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Good, use your back line to lift you. Gorgeous. Stay here for another round of breath. Good, 1 more inhale. On your exhale, send your hands and your chest back down to the earth. Tuck your toes under. Engage your legs. So squeeze your upper legs to pop your knees up off the mat. And then press yourself up into that plank position. And then push yourself back into that downward facing dog. Gorgeous, everybody. Really nice. 1 round of breath here. Take your time. Step your right foot in between your hands, top of your mat. Good. And then go ahead and take your left hand to the inside of that right foot. Plant your left hand. Rotate your right arm up towards the ceiling. Easy twist. Easy twist. So left hand is in the inside of that right foot. Yes, beautiful. Nice, everybody. Squeeze your inner leg line together. Yes. Engage your back leg, so drive your back heel down towards the ground. Excellent. 1 more inhale. Good, stay for your exhale. Excellent. Slowly take your right hand to the inside of that right foot. Then start to turn, just a quarter turn. Toes are in, heels are out, hands are on the ground. Beautiful, so wide leg forward fold. Excellent. Allow the crown of your head to drip down towards the earth. Maybe you reach for the legs, maybe you reach for the feet. Allow yourself to relax. Let gravity just pull your head down, opening up that cervical spine.
Good, 2 more rounds of breath here. Take your time. Excellent, 1 more round. Funky transition. You're gonna keep turning to your left. Keep turning to your left. So another core turn to your left. Look what happens. Both hands end up on the inside of that left foot. Yes, beautiful guys. Excellent. Now, take that right hand to the closer to the inside of that left foot, and then peel your left arm up. Easy twist on your left side. Yes, gorgeous. Good. Extend through that right leg. And then think about pulling your inner leg line so those legs feel strong and stable. 1 more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Start to take your left hand to the inside of that left foot. And then slowly crawl yourself back to that wide leg forward fold. You're going to the right this time, to the right. Good. Allow those toes to reach out. Allow the heels to reach in. Sink your hips down. So you're gonna dip into goddess. Good, then maybe you inhale your hands to heart center. Yes, beautiful. So you're bending into your knees. I want you to think about pulling your knees out over your pinky toes. Good, lifting your heart, lifting your chest. Stay here for an inhale. Stay here for your exhale. Good, sweet release. Turn those toes in, heels out. Dive forward, dive forward. Excellent. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, crawl your hands to frame your right foot at the top of your mat. Beautiful. Plant those hands, step your right foot to meet your left. Good, exhale, downward facing dog. Hike your hips up towards the ceiling. Drop your heels down towards the ground. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Step your left foot in between those hands. Left foot steps in between the hands. Excellent, excellent. So let's start with our easy twist. Take your right hand, plant it. You've been here before. Lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Good. We were just at the back of our mat as opposed to the front of our mat. Gorgeous. Good. Now, this is a really high sensation posture that we're going to move to. If it doesn't work for you, take out pieces, add in pieces. You're going to start to roll to the knife edge of your feet. So you're going to come to the knife edge of that. I know, David, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. You're going to roll to the knife edge of your left foot, yep. And you're going to roll to the knife edge of your right foot. Outside, the outside edge of that right. So like it's going to tuck under. Yeah, like that. Yes, beautiful. Woo! Okay, so good morning. This is your IT band, okay? Right IT band, left IT band. Yeah, Tom, not so nice, right? Really high sensation posture. Maybe you take your left arm up towards the ceiling, sink your hips down towards the ground. I know, it's pretty awful. Yes, good. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Take that left hand down. Go ahead and spin. Good. Find that wide leg forward fold. Take it to the right side. Take it to the right side. Beautiful. So heels in, toes out. Take your left hand directly underneath your nose. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. So your hips will stay square to the ground, but I want you to rotate the barrel of your chest to the right side of your space. Stack your right shoulder on top of your left shoulder. Beautiful. Excellent. Find your inhale here. Stay for your exhale. Right hand is going to replace the left. Push into the right hand, then reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Spiral the barrel of your chest over towards the left side of your space. Beautiful. So hips are square to the ground. You're really trying to just rotate from that thoracic spine. It's the only place that you can rotate from at this point. Excellent. Good. 1 more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Take your left hand down and then walk yourself towards that right foot. Walk yourself towards the right foot. Good, so we're going on the other side this time, yep. So same thing, start with your easy twist. Plant your left hand on the inside of that right foot. Then rotate the barrel of your chest to the right side of your space. Reach your right fingertips energetically up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. You know where you're going. Start to turn over to the right side of your space, coming onto the knife edge of your feet. So you're going to turn to the right side of your space. So that leg that's extended, yep, that arm that's extended. Beautiful. Those are your IT bands, yes. Good. Nice, everybody. Excellent. So, come back to the runner's lunge. Yep. And then from that runner's lunge, take your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Yep. Right arm up towards the ceiling. And then start to come to the knife edge. Yep, of those feet. And then you can even reach that right arm back if that feels good. Sink your hips down. That's a great stretch. Isn't that a wonderful stretch? So, IT band on that extended leg, right glute, yep, on the left, right glute. Yep. Take those hands forward. Good. Turn, wide leg forward, fold, crawl to your left, crawl to your left. Yes. Stay here, wide leg forward, fold on your left. Beautiful. Now, take those hands, start to crawl them behind you as if you're going to take your forehead to the ground. Yes. Beautiful. So your fingertips can point back towards your bottom, if that feels appropriate. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Crawl those hands back to center, and then go ahead and take them towards that right foot, just towards the right foot. Beautiful. Step that right foot back to meet your left. Good. Push back, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Hands towards your feet. Bend your knees. Curl into a little ball at the back of your mat. Little ball. Good. Eventually come to a seated position. Good. And you can turn and face me. Excellent. Okay, so hips and IT band and your thoracic spine should feel a little bit more awake now. Just a comfortable seated position. It can be, if this is comfortable, to be on your feet. If it's comfortable to be seated with your legs crossed, whatever feels comfortable for you. Allow your chest to stay lifted. Allow your shoulders to relax here. We'll inhale those arms up overhead. Good. Exhale, find your back bend. Open your heart, open your chest. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Good. Exhale, wherever you are, dive forward, right? So if you are in this kneeling position like I am, it's almost like a child's pose. If you're crossed, if your legs are crossed, you're probably stretching the outside of your hips. Start to walk your hands back towards your legs. Come back up. Beautiful. For those in the cross leg position, switch. So if your right leg's forward, switch to your left leg forward. Excellent. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, back bend. Open your heart, open your chest, send your elbows to touch behind you. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, dive. Forward fold again. Forward fold. Reach your hands as far forward as you can. Beautiful. Just find your breath here. Slowly crawl those hands back to those knees. Good. And then find a seated position with your legs extended in front of you. Legs extended in front of you.
Excellent. You'll keep your legs extended. Extend your arms like you're going to reach towards your toes. Flex your toes so your fingertips and your toes get a little bit closer together. And then relax the shoulders down. You'll slowly, one vertebra at a time, slowly start to lower, 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 slower than you'd like to go. Good, good, yep. Eventually coming all the way down. Beautiful. Start to pull your knees towards your chest. Give them a nice squeeze so you find compression in the front of those hips. And then maybe start to rock side to side if that feels good. Excellent. Keeping those knees pulled in towards the midline, tee out your arms. Take your knees over towards the left side of your space. Allow your right shoulder to stay grounded. Now, if the right shoulder starts to pop up, that might be an indication that your knees are a little bit too close to your chest. So maybe go ahead and come back through center, bring those knees further away from your chest, and then find that rotation. So you're going to deepen the rotation if the knees are close to the chest, and you're going to lessen that depth if the knees are further away from the chest. Slowly inhale those knees back through center, and then go ahead and allow them to fall over towards the right side of your space. Right side of your space, same rules here. If you can't keep that left shoulder connected, maybe reset and pull those knees further from the chest.
Do you want the knees together?
No, they don't have to be together. Nope, not at all. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale those legs back through center. Stamp your feet into the ground. Pull your heels as close to your bottom as you can get them. And then go ahead and start to press through those feet and lift your hips up towards the ceiling so we're finding bridge pose. You might want to stay here, or you might want to interlace your hands under your sacrum. That's your triangular bone at the base of your spine. And then maybe crawl your upper arm bones underneath your shoulders as you punch your knuckles towards your heels. Lifting your heart, lifting your hips, press through your feet. One more round of breath. Slowly start to separate those hands, the shoulders, the upper arms, and lower those hips. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your mat, and then send your knees towards the midline. So heels, toes are reaching towards the outside of your mat, and then knock your knees together. Beautiful. Heel toe your feet back in towards midline. You'll cross your right leg over your left. Right leg crosses over your left at your right ankle. Start to pull the left knee towards the chest. Left knee pulls towards the chest. Maybe find a bind. Interlace your hands behind your left leg. Think hamstring. Then allow that lower left leg to relax so the foot can drop, the leg can drop. The right toes keep pulling towards your lower right leg as you pull that knee closer to your chest, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. So don't elevate your shoulders. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Breathe into the outside of that right hip. Bonus stretch here. Dissolve the bind behind your left leg. Tee out your arms. Keep your legs as they are. Send them over towards the left side of your space. Try to keep your right shoulder grounded.
So now the stretch should be a little bit more in that glute. Slowly inhale, back through center. Swap it out. Stamp your feet back down towards the ground. Take your left leg, cross it at your ankle over your right. Start to pull your right knee towards your chest. And then maybe if you're looking for more, interlace those hands behind that right hamstring. Lower that right lower leg to the ground, let the foot flop. Left toes pull towards your lower leg. Draw your knee towards your chest. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Find your breath here. Dissolve the mind behind your right leg. Tee out your arms and then allow the legs to fall to the right side of your space in that figure 4 stretch shape. Breathe into the outside of that left hip, left glute. Slowly inhale those legs back through center. Dissolve that left leg crossed. And then draw the knees towards the chest. Give it a nice big squeeze. Big squeeze. And we're going to set up in our final resting posture practice. So, I'm going to offer a chest opener for this final resting posture. If you're like, oh no, 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 I am going to find Shavasana and I'm going to do it in corpse pose. Fine, your choice. You find whatever makes you comfortable. If you take the bolster lengthwise on your mat, go ahead and allow it to come right against your low back. So my bolster is going to come right against my low back. If you get into this posture and you're like, this is awful, then just remove the bolster and lay there in your final Shavasana, right? Okay, slowly start to lower yourself back onto your bolster. Maybe allow your arms to reach out to the side. So you're taking like a goalpost shape in your arms. So this is a big stretch for the chest. Good. Your hands in that goalpost shape and your forearms may not touch the ground. That's okay. If they're not, you might want to bring them a little bit closer to your sides. So you might want to lower them down and then maybe they'll connect. Palms up. Gorgeous. Perfect. Allow yourself to surrender into this final resting posture of practice. Relax the skin over the skull. Think about this relaxation coming through your face, over your eyelids, your nose, your mouth, your jaw. It continues into your neck, through your shoulders, your chest, and your upper back. Allow that relaxation to reach into your belly, mid-back, low back. It continues into your pelvis and your glutes. Through your legs, your knees, lower legs, and feet. Relax through your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists,
hands and fingers. Allow your body to become heavy with this relaxation. I'm going to go silent. Enjoy this final resting posture of practice. Know that this space is yours for as long as you wish. If you'd like to stay in your final Shavasana, I encourage you to do so. If you need to move on with the rest of your day, start to find some small movements in your body, maybe wiggling your toes, your fingers, rotating wrists and ankles, starting to become aware of the sounds in the space. Maybe rocking your head side to side. Maybe windshield wipering your feet and your legs side to side. And then maybe eventually rolling those legs over to one side of your space so you can roll off of your bolster. Just take your time, roll off of the bolster, keeping your eyes closed, allow yourself to just find that seated position. We'll close practice with a breath together. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, lower your hands to heart center. Pause here, connect your thumbs to your sternum. Feel your heart rate start to slow. From my heart to yours, namaste. Well done, everybody. Thank you. Good job. So hopefully your thoracic spines and your hips are feeling a little bit more love after that practice.